Oli smiled softly at the evening star before stepping onto the bus. For the first time in weeks, she'd managed to leave work early. Tonight felt special. Maybe she could finally surprise Shub. After all, it was his birthday. She had called him once in the morning, but he hadn't picked up. Poor guy, she thought. Night shifts had been draining him lately. Before getting on the bus, Oli stopped at a store and bought a large dairy milk chocolate. She almost bought flowers too, but then hesitated. Bringing flowers home would raise questions, even though Shub's parents already knew about them. In the end, she carried just the chocolate, tucked safely in her bag. Oli looked cute as always, kohl-lined eyes, a neatly dressed outfit, and the little earrings shaped like the letter A. They were a gift from Ani, her college best friend. Ani had always been close to both her and Shub, but lately Oli hadn't really kept in touch with him. As the bus moved, she stared out the window and suddenly thought of Ani. She dialed his number. "Hey, Shub's office, where exactly do I need to get down?" she asked casually. Ani was surprised to see her name flash on his phone after so long. He smirked to himself. Another favor, obviously. "How would I know?" he replied coldly. "You're meeting your guy. Why should I guide you?" "Come on, don't be like that," Oli said. "I really can't remember." "So now you remember me only when you need something," Ani snapped. "The rest of the time I don't exist?" There was silence on both ends. Then Oli said, slightly irritated, "If you want to tell me, tell me. Otherwise, I'll just ask him directly. I don't have the energy to butter you up." That hit Ani harder than he expected. Without another word, he gave her the directions and hung up. The bus moved on. Ani got back to work. Outside, a soft spring breeze filled the air. The scent of mango blossoms drifted in, and Oli suddenly felt guilty. That smell was Ani's favorite. "I shouldn't have spoken like that," she thought. She called him again. No answer. Once, twice, 4 times. Finally, the call connected. "I'm sorry," Oli rushed out. "I didn't mean it like that. You've become so short-tempered lately." No response. "Hello? Are you there?" Then an unfamiliar voice spoke. "Are you his friend? You need to come to Nesttown Police Station immediately. He's been in an accident." Oli froze. Her hands started shaking. What had she done? She tried calling Shub. No answer. Panic crept in. And then she noticed something strange. The bus was stopping right in front of Nesttown Police Station. Outside, she saw Shub and Ani waving at her. Completely confused, Oli jumped off the bus. Both of them stared at her pale, sweaty face. "Why are you looking like that?" Shub asked. "Are you okay?" "Did you get scared or something?" Ani teased. Oli grabbed Ani's arm. You're fine, right?" "Huh?" Ani blinked. "Why wouldn't I be?" "The police just called me and said you had an accident." Shub's eyes widened. "What are you talking about? He's been standing with me this whole time." Slowly, reality began to settle in. "I called you earlier, but you didn't pick up. It got really late, so I asked Shub to come along." "Late? That's impossible. It takes me only 30 minutes from office." Shub frowned. "Have you even looked at the time?" Oli checked her watch. 10:20 p.m. Her heart skipped. "I left in the evening. I even saw the evening star." Turns out, she hadn't left early at all. She had fallen asleep by the bus window, feverish and exhausted. Everything else, the call, the accident, had been a dream. Oli touched her forehead and immediately pulled his hand back. "You're burning. You've got a fever." Ani checked too. "Seriously, what do you even do to yourself?" They booked her an Uber and sent her home. As the car drove away, Oli suddenly leaned out the window. "Ani!" she called. She jumped out and ran back to him, breathless. "Please give this chocolate to Shub. I completely forgot." Then, softer, And don't misunderstand me. You matter to me. I promise I'll call, talk, not only when I need something. Promise. Ani smiled and gently pinched her cheeks. Go home, take your medicine, text when you reach, and remember, Ani is always on your side. The Uber disappeared down the road. Ani walked home under the same sweet spring breeze, hoping, quietly, that this trio would always stay just the way they were.